pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Hello. How's everybody feeling?
Excellent.
Good? Excited? How's everybody feeling? We've worked long and hard to come to this moment. Welcome and bienvenidos. My name is Vanessa Luna Shannon, and I have the great privilege of being director for Gateway to College. I'd like to start by thanking each person for being here on this beautiful Friday afternoon. You came from near and far to join us today, and we appreciate your support. This program would have never been created had it not been for the vision of Petaluma City Schools and the leadership of Santa Rosa Junior College. We have some special guests that I'd like to acknowledge at this time. From Petaluma City Schools, Board of Education member Sherry Kablowski. And from the Santa Rosa Junior College Board of Trustees, Trustee member Jordan Burns, Trustee Richard Call, and Trustee Maggie Fishman. Thank you all for being here again. At this time, I would like to introduce the person who had the vision, who provided the leadership and really relentless support to making sure that this program was implemented and became successful. That is Dr. Jane Saldana-Talley, Vice President for Petaluma Campus.
Good afternoon. Are you ready to get this show on the road? I know I am. Okay. So I was here before the path to this day existed. In this fertile ground we call SRJC Petaluma, I've seen that path blazed by superheroes of all sorts. You are students, and soon are graduates. Your families, supporters, peers, and friends, our extraordinary Gateway to College team, our partners and believers, our college and community. All of you, all of them, all of us are superheroes. So taking slight poetic license with Michael Bolton's song, Go the Distance, I'd like to share with you my superheroes welcome. I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a superhero's welcome would be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, this is where I'm meant to be. I'll be there someday, I can go the distance. I will find my way if I can be strong. I know every mile will be worth my while. When I go the distance, I'll be right where I belong. Down an unknown road to embrace my fate, though that road may wander, it will lead me to you. And 1,000 years will be worth the wait. It might take a lifetime, but somehow I'll see it through. And I won't look back. I can go the distance, and I'll stay on track. No, I won't accept defeat. It's an uphill slope, but I won't lose hope till I go the distance and my journey is complete. But to look beyond the glory is the hardest part, for a superhero's strength is measured by his or her heart. Like a shooting star, I will go the distance. I will search the world. I will face its harms. I don't care how far, I can go the distance, till I find my hero's welcome waiting in your arms. I will search the world. I will face its harms. I will find my superhero's welcome waiting in your arms. We are blessed today by your presence. Welcome to Santa Rosa Junior College's first annual Gateway to College Academy graduation.
And now I'd like to introduce our Santa Rosa Junior College president, Dr. Frank Chong.
Good afternoon, everybody. I just said to Jane, I said, you're going to make me follow that? Good afternoon, everybody. I'm absolutely honored and delighted to be here. I have been giving a lot of speeches recently. Yesterday was the State of the College speech. I spoke for 25 minutes. I think today I'll do 23. And I'll spare you that. We also held our commencement this past Saturday, and we graduated over 1,400 students. 1,400, which is a record for Santa Rosa Junior College. But probably the most important of those 1,400 are the 7 that are sitting here in the front row. And it's really, I really mean that, because this program was just an idea when I arrived here 4 years ago. And I was meeting with Jane, and I said, what can we do to have a program that only Petaluma has and Santa Rosa doesn't? We're always kind of copying, oil in the shadow of this large campus in Santa Rosa. And I remember a program that I helped develop when I was at Laney College in Oakland called Gateway to College. And I said to Jane, are there students here in southern Sonoma County, in Petaluma, that are struggling, that are looking for an opportunity where they can shine, looking for a place where they can build a community, build a family, build really a learning community where they can support one another and sort of replicate life, because what is school but to really prepare you to go out in the society, And Jane said, I think we do, and I think we also have a great partner in Petaluma City Schools. And we met with Steve Bowman, we met with Dave, the board was very supportive, and the rest is history. You are now the culmination of a plan that we had put down in a proposal that we wrote to Gateway to College in Portland, and they have been nothing but supportive. And I'll just say to you, as the graduates, is that you are superheroes. You have been able to accomplish some amazing feats in terms of, as they said, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. And I know all of you didn't have the smoothest of starts. You had the bumps in the road. That's why we're having a road tax in Sonoma County, right? Because there's lots of potholes. And you have hit your share of potholes. But you've dusted yourself off, and you showed something that is coming out in research today that's, I think, kind of interesting. It's the term grit, And grit is all about that no matter how hard you get knocked down, that you figure a way to get back up. And you have the grit and the determination to just do that. Dust yourself off and get back up. But I think the magical formula of Gateway to College is that it's collective grit. It's like not one person falls down, you have 6 other ones going to pick you up. And that's the kind of community, that's the kind of family, that's the kind of collective spirit you've developed with your fellow students, with your faculty members, with your administrators. And I just need to take a moment to thank, for every program, we write these grants and we identify somebody we hope will lead these grants, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't work out. But I can't tell you how lucky and fortunate we all are to have Vanessa Luna Shannon be our director. Let's give her a big round. Vanessa came here with a determination as a community college student herself, with somebody who knows what it's like to struggle, and said, I want to take my story and I want to be impactful with others in the future. And she's done that. This is your handiwork, and you should be very, very proud of it. And to the faculty members and the counselors who worked 724 with these students, let's give them a round of applause. I just say, as you move forward, my only advice is don't stop here. Don't stop here. Build on that momentum that you carried here. The best success is more success. So now that you have tasted success, you know what the formula is. You can't do it all by yourself. You have to seek out others who are going to be supportive of you, who are not going to judge you, but are going to support you. And You clearly have that in the 7 that are here and your other fellow students who are got your back. Literally, the ones like Jessica Zambrano, who's sitting right behind you, she has your back. And that's what makes this program special, is we all have your back. Now go out there and do great things, solve the problems that this generation hasn't been able to solve. And you have the wherewithal, the tools, and I have no doubt you're going to go out and do great things. So thank you very much, and God bless you.
As Dr. Chong mentioned, yes, I'm a product of the community college. In fact, I graduated myself from SRJC quite a long time ago. And I always promised that I was going to come back. And so I'm so glad to be here. When I heard about Gateway to College National Network originally, it was about 3 years ago when SRJC had just been awarded this program. And when I learned more about the National Network, I thought, why am I only hearing about this now? This is the best kept secret, and I wish it was in every community college across the country. So I felt incredibly privileged to be able to start to have a vision and create that vision alongside the students and with the help of the Gateway to College National Network. So having that said, I feel incredibly honored. We should all feel very honored to have the new Gateway to College National Network President, Emily Frankson.
Well, good afternoon, and I am just delighted and honored to be here today. This is my first graduation of a Gateway program. It's very meaningful to me. I've been with Gateway to College for 8 weeks. And so over the last few months, this has just been an idea for me, and today it's more than an idea. So again, I want to share a little bit about the Gateway to College community, the broader community, and maybe a little bit about myself. So I believe that all of us benefit when everyone has a chance to develop their talents. And I believe and in fact know that none of us can walk through this life without the help of others. What's important is that we are all moving forward, and if we can do that together, we'll all be stronger for it. It's because of these beliefs that 2 months ago I moved across country to join Gateway to College as president. Because Gateway to College was founded in many ways on those very same beliefs. In this country, we leave far too many able young people behind, and as a nation we are poor for that, for having failed to capitalize on the abundance of talents that students like you have. You are proof that we can and we should be doing more. So I know that at Santa Rosa, the Gateway to College program has provided you with a supportive and invaluable community of peers, staff, and faculty. And you're lucky to have had a terrific and passionate program director and Vanessa, as well as the strong support of your leadership. But you're also part of a much larger community than you may even realize. What began as a partnership between one school district and one community college in Portland, Oregon in 2000 has become a national movement. This month and next, in 41 other cities in 22 states, from California to Massachusetts, from Texas to Minnesota, thousands of people are gathering for celebrations like this to mark the accomplishments of hundreds of students. We are continuing to grow and continuing to build a community of Gateway students and alumni, and you are now moving from Gateway students to alumni. And know that you are a part of a community of 18,000 students that have walked through the Gateway programs since we began. The stories that I've heard in recent weeks are inspiring. Your stories are filled with tales of resilience, tenacity, and possibility. And your stories are also about achievement. I know that many of you, possibly all of you, have overcome barriers to get here today. So the question is, what are you going to do now? I know it's your graduation, you don't want to be thinking about tomorrow, but I hope that you'll do whatever it takes for the world to benefit from your unique gifts. So let me tell you a little bit about some of the other Gateway students around the country. And I'll start with Diane. Diane is actually working in the National Network office now and raising a family, but she knows that her path is not complete. She's still going to school, and she's working on a master's degree right now in psychology. You might follow in the footsteps of another Gateway to College student who last year became the first alum to earn a master's degree from Harvard. You might join the ranks of several alumni who realized that being an educator was their calling. And some eventually going on to graduate school in education and many becoming teachers. You might be heading straight into the workforce, earning a valuable certificate along the way like many of our graduates. You might be working on the next great American novel, like one of our students currently is, or recent grads. Or you might continue to excel here with plans to transfer. One Gateway alum was awarded the prestigious and highly competitive Jack Kent Cooke Undergraduate Transfer Scholarship a few years back. And I know about that because that's where I came from, the Jack Kent Cooke Foundation. Transferring to George Washington University. All of these things are possibilities in the future. For most of us, the pathway to reaching our desired goals does not follow a straight line, particularly as I think all of us know here, there are curves and there's sometimes backtracking. But to get from point A to point B, to achieve any goal, we have to push forward. Sometimes people be willing to learn from your mistakes along the way. And we all make mistakes. We all fail, everyone in this room, and we all face obstacles. The question is, what are you going to do in the face of that obstacle? And you've already all demonstrated that persistence is rewarded with success. I could share with you stories of my own obstacles and failures, and there have been many, particularly as a young adult. But in those stories, what you unfortunately wouldn't hear me tell you about was that I asked for advice, that I asked for guidance at any point along the way. I didn't. I didn't seek out resources, I didn't know what was available to me, and I didn't even ask my family for help. I just thought I was supposed to figure things out on my own, and I was embarrassed to ask for help. So that's my greatest mistake, and one that I've learned from. And because of that, it sometimes took years to figure out what I needed to do. So I'll restate what I said at the beginning. I believe that all of us benefit when everyone has a chance to develop their talents, and I believe that none of us can walk alone through this life without the help of others. I hope that you, like hundreds of Gateway students every year, and as Dr. Chung asked you to do, continue on with your education, whether that is here or somewhere else. And whatever path you choose, continue to be bold, persist, and believe in your abilities, because we do. We also ask that you ask for support along the way, seeking out mentors, using the resources that are available, and asking for support from one another. My colleagues here and at the National Network Office have chosen to do work that transforms lives, but the secret is that many of us do this work because you're transforming our lives. You inspire and move us with your resilience and tenacity, and it's a privilege to do the work that we do, particularly when we see you grab hold of opportunities and run with them. So know that you're changing your own life trajectory today and improving not only your life, but that of your family and your community. And I want to thank you. I'm grateful that your achievements make it enable me to do my work, I'm grateful that your success will open the doors for students around the country to come back to school and achieve their own success in college. I hope you will take away with you the importance of being the very first graduating class of this program. And congratulations.
Now, to honor and celebrate the students that we have brought here, I guess, for the special occasion, I'm going to go ahead and begin the segment on student presentations. 5 out of 8 of our 2015 graduates were part of the very first cohorts of students when we opened our doors in the fall of 2013. I guess you can say that we grew up together, the program grew and has matured, and in parallel, our students grew, matured, and developed into remarkable representatives of Santa Rosa Junior College. They have helped create the program and were the reason for its success. So I am deeply indebted to them, and really all of us here should be indebted to them as well. Each of them, including the 3 graduates that began the program in the spring of 2014, have been pillars in Gateway to College Academy. They have each filled a great role in their learning community and have contributed unique gifts. So I am filled with excitement and pride to have the privilege of introducing you to the students that are part of the Gateway to College class of 2015. Maxwell Geiger. Max started the program in the fall of 2013. I remember during his interview when I first met him, he talked about his summer job cutting trees and his interest in turning that into a career. During his first semester, he maintained perfect attendance, not missing one day or one class. In fact, he earned a 4.0 GPA and with a quiet sense of purpose, he continued along his path, receiving an A in English 1A and completing pre-calculus this semester. To date, he has maintained an overall college GPA of 3.5. Max's academic goal is to pursue business and explore medicine. Come on up.
Hey, how's it going? First off, I'd like to congratulate my fellow students for their success. Everyone's worked really hard to get here, and I'm proud to be part of this graduating class. I'd also like to say thank you to the Gateway staff and community. They've been a tremendous help to me over the past 2 years, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity. I would also like to say thank you to my parents for helping me along the way. My experience at Gateway to College was what it should be. It was a pathway that my fellow graduates and I used to move on from past setbacks to great achievements. If there is one thing I'd like to say about Gateway, is that when it felt like all their doors were closing, they remained open. It was more than an alternative. It was an opportunity I couldn't find anywhere else. When I started at Gateway, I was truant from high school with limited study skills, and it was difficult adapting to the college environment. However, with perseverance and the support of Gateway community, I worked through accelerated classes and found an unknown self-potential. At first, I was skeptical if I would succeed, but I was motivated by the chance to redeem my past failures and prove I was capable of higher learning. When I think back to 3 years ago, I realized how close I was to following the wrong path, and I'm grateful to have found this program rather than a secondary high school. The most important thing that Gateway was to me was a fresh start. It was an avenue towards the education I desired, unhindered by my past GPA and lack of interest. Gateway offered me a hand with dedicated staff and resources, and showed me that my high school grades weren't a reflection of my ability. Because of my experience at Gateway, I was able to adapt to the challenges in my life and can now help others do the same. And as I move forward in my education, I can build up from a foundation of success. Thank you all very much.
Love that. Alexander Mamrelli Small. So I would describe Alex as the free-spirited, easygoing, and independent student in the community. Alex once said that for him, Gateway is like an electrical charge that helps him maintain his focus and momentum. Always attuned to keeping balance in his life by practicing mindfulness, discipline, and a healthy diet, he has been the community health net. Therefore, it makes sense that Zan, as he's called by his colleagues, is pursuing kinesiology for transfer. His mantra, "I never lose, I either win or learn," will come in handy as he continues his new journey. Alexander.
First, I would like to say that I'm proud to be here, and I'm grateful for the opportunities that were given to me in order to make most use of the Santa Rosa Junior College and basically getting my diploma. It's very important to me, and today's a big day. It's the first step towards pursuing other goals, getting into a university. 2 or 3 years ago, I wasn't sure that was a possibility for me, but when it came to the Gateway program, they showed me that with hard work and asking for the help of others and just utilizing the student services at the junior college, that was a possibility for me. If I had to choose 2 words to describe how I feel today, it's proud and optimistic. I'm proud of myself for making it this far. I'm proud of my fellow graduates for making it here today. I'm also proud of the Gateway to College Academy. Proud of the progress they've made and that they've helped us along the way this far. And I'm only here because of them, and my family, and my friends. I'd actually like to thank Vanessa, Lupe, Ricardo, and Shanna Dooley, who've been especially helpful this last semester. Once again, I'd like to congratulate the rest of my graduating students for this. I'm hopeful for the next set of graduates. I expect to see great things for them if they keep on working at it. And I think if they had the same experience that I had, they can do great things. And as mentioned, I am kind of a health nut, so I was going to quote one of my role models, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Be humble, be hungry, and always be the hardest worker in the room. And I think that resonates with me, and that has helped me along the way get the work done so that I can graduate. I'd like to thank everyone for being here today. Thank you.
Thank you. Tyler Ochoa. Okay, I'm going to try not to cry for this one. Tyler, I missed you already. Tyler Ochoa was our very first graduate of Gateway to College. Tyler's been waiting a while to walk the stage with his peers, and we are so happy to finally celebrate his success. Being the first graduate is just one demonstration of Tyler's leadership. Tyler participated in the community to the fullest, leading class discussions, volunteering for presentations, and mentoring his colleagues. Before coming to Gateway to College, he said that he often felt like the defective puzzle piece that never fit in. Tyler, your grit, passion, and integrity has helped shape the Gateway program to ensure all students fit in and find a home. Come on up to the stage, please.
It's kind of hard to hold back my tears right now, especially after that. But I definitely want to say thank you for everything. I want to thank the Gateway to College staff for even making this possible. This really wasn't an opportunity before I came to Gateway, and not just the face of Gateway to College, but all the staff behind them as well that made this an opportunity. And I'd like to congratulate my colleagues for graduating with me as well, and it was definitely a big honor to graduate with you and definitely take this leap in our education. But before I came to Gateway, I guess school wasn't always a priority. It wasn't something that was at the top of my list. It wasn't something that I guess I could say that I strived to chase after. It wasn't fun. It wasn't enticing. It wasn't really anything to me, so I tried everything in my power to get away from it. And until I came to Gateway, I guess they brought that back. They brought the fact back that school is something that's supposed to be fun, and it's something that you benefit later on down in life. And they didn't just bring that factor back, they brought the fact that it's a family, and they gave us the opportunity within our classrooms that we never had within our homes, and I can never thank you guys for that enough, ever. And so I guess that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm here with all my colleagues, is because I couldn't be happier to be a part of this program, and I'm pretty sure they think the same. So thank you for that, all of you.
Miss Kobe Price Cheney. So Kobe was the very first student to be admitted into Gateway to College. Kobe has been our community artist extraordinaire with flair. Some of you may be familiar with the beautiful murals that have been displayed up in Kathleen Doyle Hall that are up here, flanking the stage. We owe it to Kobe for conceiving of the idea to have one of the murals be a strong, fierce, and educated female superhero. She, along with several other students, designed and created the mural that was later revealed at the first Gateway to College open house. Kobe has proudly said, "That moment was the best moment of my life." Kobe, I'm so excited for you and looking forward to celebrating more of your creations. Please come up here on stage.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff because I ramble on. When I was younger, I honestly didn't have a lot of friends. I wasn't that good at talking to people, which is kind of what I'm doing now. So I would often turn to television and movies and books, anything I could get my hands on, to make me feel like I was somehow included in something. And something I honestly really loved was movies where people made friends and stuff. Stuff like The Goonies, Revenge of the Nerds, stuff like, I know. Stuff like that, but I was always thinking, well, this can't happen in real life. No one gets together and makes friends like that and changes for the better. Guess what? I got to Gateway and I started talking and I started asking questions and everyone was so nice and nobody's judging me and everybody's super cool. And I found that ragtag band of misfits that I'd always been obsessed with as a child. I found my Goonies, and we do never say die. So, for anybody else who thinks they don't belong, any other Goonies out there, Goonies are good enough for me. Thank you, that's what's
Angel Salcedo. Angel is usually the first face I see when I arrive every morning. He arrived early, tested his limits, and challenged his potential. I could always count on Angel to challenge our thinking and to make me lose track of time while we engaged in philosophical banter. Angel's a deep thinker and quick-witted. With a sense of inquisitiveness, Angel often wonders what makes people tick. Therefore, I think he's chosen the correct field of study, neuroscience. Angel, please come on up to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry, I gotta set this up real quick. My apologies. So first and foremost, I'd like to thank Vanessa Luna Shannon, Program Director at Gateway College, and the staff, Lupe Navarro, Ricardo Navarrete, and Robin Rodriguez. I'd also like to thank Mr. Garris, Stacy, Ms. Dooley, all for presenting with new ideas and refining my skills in education. You are extraordinary mentors, and I wish you all the best in your future ventures. I'd also like to thank all my fellow graduates and their support groups for coming to support them, and allowing them room to grow, regardless of their struggle. To my grandfather, I'd like to thank you for coming to this country and allowing me an opportunity for this education that I have. Freddie, I'd like to thank you for your countless insight as a mentor in all facets of life. And having you and Nancy around have been blessings in and outside of school. To my aunt and uncle, Nana and Gustavo, I'd like to thank you for being there for my family when we needed it most and being here. To my mother and brother, I'm beyond blessed to have you two in my life. Emiliano, sorry. Through watching you, I've learned how to become a role model and a leader. Every day, you teach me the virtue of patience. Mom. Sorry. You've been more than a mother and a father for me. Words will never truly express my gratitude. But I'd like you to see my success. Sorry. Be the result of your exceptional parenting. Even though my father is not in my life anymore, I'd like to thank him for unintentionally raising me so I could grow as a student into the man I am today. Thanks to my support, I've been able to have a phenomenal experience at the Gateway to College program. My previous experiences in education were not successful. In the 9th grade, my grades had been dropping, and I had gone from a B average student to barely passing with D's and C's. By 10th and 11th grade, I had only been passing in 1 or 2 courses and did not even bother to attend class anymore for the most part. There was a gap between myself and my peers, but the program helped close that gap. In the Gateway to College program, I started off with a shaky foundation, but I found my footing with the help of my support group. Once I stepped out onto my own into the college courses, I discovered that people in this community are kind and compassionate. I could ask any one of my classmates for help or advice, not feeling afraid of doing so. The professors encouraged discussion, learning, and allowed me to transform from a good student into a great student. In my time spent here, I've learned so much. I've seen that not everyone's life is perfect, and that no one's life will ever be perfect. Through this, I learned the importance of supporting others and accepting support from others. I cannot say what the future holds, but I can always look back on this day with a smile. Thank you.
Jasdeep Singh. Well, it's almost impossible to walk around campus and not run into Jasdeep. Always involved from day one, Jasdeep arrived early and stayed late every day. He volunteered for everything, even non-Gateway to College campus events. I'm glad that someone saw the potential and commitment of Jasdeep, thank you, Deb, and hired him to be a student ambassador for SRJC Student Affairs and Engagement Programs. Being so, the Gateway to College Club elected him to be the Inter-Club Council representative on behalf of Gateway. For the past year, Jasdeep has helped distribute food to SRJC Petaluma students through the Food Distribution Program, and recently he was awarded the Student Ambassador Award for SRJC Petaluma by the Associated Student Senate. Jasdeep,
First of all, I would like to thank all of you for coming today. I can't describe how happy I am today to get my high school diploma. This was completely surreal, and to be honest, I've never been proud of making the life-changing decisions I've made. This diploma that I'm getting today is proof of all the hard work I've put into it, and to making my dreams come true. And that I'm one more step closer to achieving my goals and dreams for the future. It also represents all the good choices I made to make my academic and personal life better. In the past, I made a lot of decisions that made me lose hope in my future academically. In middle school is when I started making decisions that led to my grades going downhill. When I was in middle school, I spent most of my time doing whatever I wanted to instead of doing my schoolwork. I did spend most of my time in the school library, but I was doing other things besides reading the books that would actually help my academic future. Instead of reading what was needed to complete my assignments, I read things that interested me. This led to me making bad study habits that me throughout my middle and high school time. In return, that led to me failing all my classes, and my future looked pretty dim. At that time, I also did not receive any guidance from teachers about what would happen if I continued making these decisions. All I was told that I was going to fail, which made me lose faith in those in charge of helping me. But things changed for me near the end of my high school senior year, and I saw hope for a better future. Close to the end of my senior year, I gave up hope and was sure I was never going to get a high school diploma and was going to end up getting a dead-end job and then be stuck in that place for the rest of my life. Then I learned about the Gateway College program that SRGC was starting. Through the informational presentation, I learned about all that Gateway could provide that was presented to students like me that were not going to graduate. I learned that I could earn high school credit to go towards my diploma while taking college classes that gave me units for a college degree, all for free. I always wanted to go to college, but never thought I could. There was nothing to lose. I decided to apply to the program. I was really surprised when I learned that I was accepted into the program as a part of the first cohort. I remember my first day in this program, being nervous and trying to get to class on time because I missed my bus. Looking back on it, it really was a funny experience, because when I made it to class, I learned that everything I was nervous about was unwarranted. Through this program, I learned that everything I was nervous about was custom. Through this program, I made new friends and classmates that helped me better myself academically, as well as staff and teachers who were there when I needed help. It was one of these new friends that actually helped me fill out my application for my job as a student ambassador. The counselors also helped me choose classes that I was interested in taking and earn credits towards my diploma. The staff were also there even when I just needed someone to talk to and nothing else. Throughout the time I spent in this program, I have gotten the help I needed to get through tough times that came without any warning. And seeking help, my advice to incoming students and continuing students for this program is to talk to the staff here, because they will help listen to your problems and help you succeed in any way they can. They will help make it possible to achieve your dreams and goals for the future. Well, I don't want to bore you guys more than I already have, so I will finish off by thanking the people that supported me throughout my time in the Gateway College Academy. First, I would like to thank my parents, who have supported and helped me by stopping me from mixing my academic and personal life together. Next, I would like to thank the SRGC staff that have supported the Gateway program and helped me out by pointing out different ways that college could help me. The Gateway College Academy staff and teachers, especially the ones who are no longer teaching in the program, such as my original counselor, Aloysia Colleen, and my very first English teacher in the program, Jennifer Clark. You also have my gratitude for giving me this opportunity to be in this program and achieve my high school diploma. Finally, I would like to thank all the people I made friends with during my time in the program who may not be here today, but who helped me achieve who I have become today. Thank you.
consistently demonstrated a steadfast drive and high level of professionalism. Never missing a day of class, and being a great writer, Johnny easily received an A in English 1A. We have no doubt that he will be very successful in college. The difficulty for him will be deciding his major: psychology, culinary arts, or journalism. Johnny, can you please come on up to the stage?
Hello.
Hello.
I'd like to start by thanking everyone who participated in making the Gateway program possible. The instructors for indulging in alternative ways of teaching and for making sure we absorb the information rather than just memorizing it. They've taken an active approach in teaching in a way that was absent in my previous high school. Stacy Sadler, a phenomenal English teacher and a kind-hearted person all around, made sure that she not only brought the faults in her writing to our attention, but also pointed out our strengths. She has played a vital part in the Gateway team, and it is apparent that she'll be missed. Shauna Dooley has displayed her passion in her career every single day this semester. She is dedicated to her students and truly cares for their success. It has been a pleasure to have been able to share my high school experience with such passionate and knowledgeable instructors. The counselors have maintained an interest in our lives and have considered the difficulties that may have previously hindered our education. They have aided all of us in finding solutions to our problems and have given us the support we needed to thrive at school. Lupe Navarro has greeted us every single day with a warm smile and has maintained a professional yet genuine relationship with all of us. She has created a welcoming environment for myself and all other Gateway students. Robin Ugulian and Ricardo Navarrete are fantastic counselors and instructors. They have kept me informed of my progress in school and have taught me countless life skills that have strengthened my educational capabilities in their counseling classes. Vanessa Shannon, the director of Gateway, has never faltered in completing any task given to her. Her dedication to her career shows, and the Gateway program cannot function without her. I'd also like to give special thanks to Dave Rose. I wouldn't be here without him. He has saved my future in a very personal way, and for that I'm truly grateful. I'd also like to thank my family for giving me the tools I needed to complete my general education. No matter how hard it was, they've always pulled through and made sure I had what I needed to do my best in school. I'd like to thank my mother for setting high expectations, my father for understanding that my education is important, my aunt for being my taxi. I wouldn't be here without her, I'd still be walking. My grandfather for funding me throughout, and my friends for keeping me sane, more or less. Gateway to College has given me a second chance at making my future the brightest it can be. It not only made my graduation from high school possible, but it also gave me a taste of what college will be like. I'm excited to continue my education and go beyond high school. It will be a true challenge, and if not for Gateway, I wouldn't know what to expect in the slightest. I feel like Gateway has prepared me for college in a way that traditional high school never could have. The unique learning environment that Gateway has sustained has allowed my focus and drive to grow and thrive. It has been quite different than high school. Not only have I noticed the passion the Gateway team has displayed, but I've also noticed the height and maturity of the students. Being able to learn in a college environment has reshaped my view of education. The people who participate in the Gateway program have a true passion for getting lost youth back on track. They have helped me see that following your passion will make you happy in a way that nothing else can. That is why I'm planning on transferring to Sonoma State University to pursue my passion for writing after I complete my general education at SRJC. My goal is to obtain a bachelor's degree in communications and journalism. With the help of the Gateway team, this goal not only seems possible, but I now know the steps that I must take to achieve it. All in all, I have to say this experience has been wonderful, and I know it will pay off. It has been a pleasure to have been able to share this experience with my fellow students and the Gateway team. I'll miss you all. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for making this possible for me and for pushing me to try my hardest. Thank you.
Thank you, all students. Being that this is a unique, innovative, and community-building program, we decided that we wanted to do things a little different for our own graduation and go a little rogue, as we always do, and have an element of surprise by including all students in the ceremony. So the Gateway to College Club came together and asked to be included in today's program. Can I ask the Gateway to College Club President, Jessica Zambrano, to come up to the podium, please?
Thank you. In honor of your hard work and perseverance, the Gateway to College Club would like to present each graduate with a token of kinship. Our hope is that each time that you see this medal, it will remind you that you are a part of a community of support. And we are all here to help one another in the pursuit of knowledge. Basically, like Dr. Frank Sean said, we'll have your back through anything. And just to know that even though you're graduating now, you're alumni, you're still part of this community, and we are still here with whatever you need. And we're here to push you through your college classes, and we'll all continue doing our study groups. So yeah, we want to present you with these medals.
All right, thank you, Jessica. Now, can I ask all of the Gateway to College continuing students that are here in the audience to please stand? I see some of y'all, so y'all better stand up. Each of you are graduates in the making. Your colleagues up here on the stage have blazed the trail for you. So as a token of your work thus far, with the goal of completing your high school diploma, this year's graduates offer you a gift. Gateway teachers Shauna and Matthew, can you please come to the front? All right. So the Gateway to College teachers have a golden amber sash that they'd like to present some of the future graduates with. This sash will be part of your own graduation regalia on your graduation day. Your task is to earn the tassel. I'd like to now ask each of the Gateway to College continuing students to please come up to the front of the room, receive your sash from the Gateway teacher, and go ahead and please be seated in the front row, the front 2 rows. Nice. How does that feel? Feels good? You look good. I want you to sit and just kind of take in where you're at right now, in your perspective. Sitting at the front row, I always tell you, is where each of you belong to be, right? It's where each of you belong, the front of the class. And I want you to see how close you are to this stage right now. And I hope that you use that as motivation to continue persisting, persevering, pulling on resources, and to help do whatever it takes to get you to be right up on that stage in the future semester. Thank you. Parents and family members, please stand. You have been a critical ally in your young person's success. Thank you for has played an instrumental role in guiding our students through their journey. Thank you for your time, your love, and relentless persistence in helping our students reach their goals. And our program partners, including members of Petaluma City Schools, Santa Rosa Junior College, and Sonoma County community-based organizations, please stand. Through your generous support, you have helped create a program that was like a second home to our graduates. Thank you for your dedication. All right, so Board of Education member Carrie Kedlowski and Mr. Rose, could you please join me in conferring the graduates for the Gateway to College Academy class of 2015. I'm going to go ahead and call each student. And they can come on up and take their very beautiful diploma holder, and then go ahead and have a seat. So first I'm going to call Maxwell Geiger. Alexander Mamrelli Small. Tyler Ochoa. Kobe Price Cheney. Angel Saucedo. Jasdeep Singh. Johnny White. Mr. Rose and Board of Education member Sherry Kedlowski, as director of the Gateway to College Academy, I do hereby certify that the students of the class of 2015 have met all the requirements set forth by the state of California to earn their high school diploma.
Thank you, Ms. Louis Shannon. Before accepting this class, I want to thank all of the members of the Santa Rosa JC staff and just thank you for the wonderful partnership we have with you. Previous partnership before this program was great. It continues to grow and allows us to provide many opportunities for our students all over the county. So thank you very much. It is with great pleasure that I accept the inaugural 2015 class of Gateway to College. Congratulations.
Support for being here with us today, and we invite you to join us for a reception right out alongside the dining commons. Thank you.